I'm sorry it's not at its normal time, but everything will be back to normal from next week. So hopefully you've got your pointe shoes on. Just check that this is loud enough. Yes. Great, so we're going to begin at the bar. And as always, you'll benefit most from this class if you've done your own long-ish warm-up, so like a mini bar on demi-pointe. But if you haven't, don't worry, we will do a quick warm-up to get the feet ready for the shoes. As always, I'm using the wonderful Nate Fifield for the music, and this one is Disney Hits Volume 2. So let's get started with our feet in parallel. Oh, and just a quick reminder, even though this is a beginner bar, this isn't a class for total beginners on pointe. Your very first lessons on pointe should be with a teacher, so they can watch you and guide you and check your alignment and be there for you just in case you do go over an ankle or you do something that's dangerous. They can be there to guide you and help you get a feeling for how it should be. This is more for beginners who've done a few classes with a teacher and they now feel ready to be able to self-correct and just do something gentle at home. So feet in parallel, we'll start with pony trots. We're going to go up onto our right foot. Remember, stay on that big toe, never on the baby toe. Rise, hold on to your bar. Switch and rise. Again, 3 and rise and 4. We do the same with a bend. Both knees bend. Now there's no rolling here. We're nicely aligned. Rise and 2. Rise, 3. Rise and 4. Heels down. We roll up. So squeezing the glutes and the abs. Bend the knees. Pass through the demi-pointe all the way onto full pointe. Stretch and hold. Squeeze the glutes, try to stay up, pull up through the top of the head as you roll down, through the demi-pointe again, and then we reverse. We go up onto pointe and hold, we bend a little bit over the shoes, heels down, and keeping the hips lifted, we rotate. We're going to tanju and lunge, side, stretch the foot, back, lunge, and here, your baby toes won't be on the floor, you're just stretching over the big toe here. Plie, same with the other leg. Front, push over the platform, side, and now just over the big toe. Plie, feet in, stay in first. We're going to go for a big side stretch, just in case you haven't done anything physical today. And twist, hamstring stretch. Don't force this, just go easy on the hamstrings. And roll back up, same with the left arm, stretch, turn that back leg in, twist, and forwards, roll back up, feet into parallel. You're going to bring your right foot over, always keep the weight on the big toe. We're going to bend that back knee, pressing into the calf for a deep stretch over the top of the foot. And pushing that foot back, heel into the floor, hips lifted for a calf stretch. We do the same with the other leg. Push back and close. Then we plie, rotate the feet to first. Plie, releve. And we're going to stay up here, stay on the big toes, try and get that platform of the shoe flat on the floor so we're not rocking back. Abs nice and strong, and if you can, one hand off, but if not, both hands supporting you on your bar. And roll down. And I'll just mention again, your bar should be roughly waist height. It's a good level, especially when you're on pointe. You don't want something too low, otherwise it's going to alter your alignment to reach down and hold it. So waist height is good. Okay, off we go with a whole new world. Pony trots. Rise, switch, rise. 3 and 4. Same with the bend. Down, push, 2 and 3, 4. We roll through. Bend, roll through the demi-pointe. Stretch the knees and lower down gently. We reverse. Go through that demi point, up, go onto the platform. Little bend, stay on the big toes, heels down, rotate into our lunges. Front, push over the shoe. Back, plie, and the other leg. Front, stretch, side, stretch, back, plie. Right arm, keep the arches lifted, no rolling here. Twist. Stretch forwards. Stay here. And left. Turn the legs in. Hamstring stretch. Stay here. Roll up. Feet in parallel. Right foot crosses. Stretch. Push back. And the other leg. Cross over, stretch, stay on the big toe. Push back. Hips are lifted, abs are strong. Plie, releve. Focus the eyes. Support yourself at the bar. Push over the shoe. Keep those heels forward underneath you. Abs of steel and rib cage over hips. No leaning backwards here. And no pushing the legs towards your bar. Keep everything well aligned. Roll down, plie, and stretch. Good. Okay, we're going to do one more little tunju exercise just to get the feet really warm. Starting in first position. Let me just hear it. So we have feet in first, arches are lifted, so there's no rolling here at all. Inside thighs squeezing together. We're going to pass through the demi point as we lift the heel, plie as we reach a full point, close back down. We tunju front. We have one more of these lunges, really stretch the foot. We point, we close 3, pull the toes back 2, use the floor, 1 we plie. To the side, we go tunju, wiggle in, wiggle out, and close, lift, rise, heels down, and close to the back. Bend and close, push back, close, 3, 2, 1, plie, to the side, wiggle in, wiggle out, and lift, rise, heel down. We go to the other side. So repeat everything again. Tunju, push over the shoe. If you like, instead of pushing over in that lunge, you could go for a flex fungi, but make sure that this knee is going directly over the foot. There's no rolling here. 3 to close, and we plie on the third one. To the side, we have a wiggle and a breakdown of our roll through. Same to the back, same to the side. And let's finish with another balance. So relevate up onto point, find your alignment. And now if you want to test yourself, maybe take one hand off your balance, or if not, you could just have the tips of the fingers on your bar to support you. And lower down. Okay, tunjis, off we go. Starting with the right foot, pulling up tall. Bend, stretch, push. We close. 3, 2, 1. Tunju, wiggle, stretch, close. We lift up, heel down, squeeze the heels, inside thighs together. Right leg, bend, stretch, tunju, push over the big toe. We close. 3, 2, 1, plie, and through the demi point, bring the knees in, bring them out. We lift, rise up, heel forward, same to the left. Stretch over the foot. Through the demi point, tunju, lunge. We close back, 3. Squeeze those glutes, pull the toes back. Use the floor. Through the demi-point. Bring the knees in. Out and close. Lift the heel. Rise up. Heel forward. Join them together. We go to the back. Bend. Stretch. Tungy lunge. We close. 3, 2, 1. And last wiggle. Out. In. Out and close. We turn lié. No we don't. That was from a different point class. Plie or elevate. And platforms flat on the shoe. Abs nice and strong. And your choice of balance wherever you want the arms to be. And lower back down. Lovely. Okay, let's move on. We're going to do a releve and elevate exercise. Okay, feet in first position. Releves are a rise coming from a bend. Eleves are a rise coming from straight legs. So we have plie and stretch and rise. Lower down. Slow rise. And now try and test the strength of your metatarsals. Demi-point. So you're going to rock off point, push back onto point, lower down. If that's too much, just stay up there in an elevate. Elevate, lower down. Then we have slow releve. Slow releve. 2 are quick. Plie tendu, small second position. Not a normal second, a small one. We go again. Plie, stretch, rise, heels forward. Slow, slow. Demi-point down. Plie releve 1. Plie releve 2. 2 are quick. And tendu close front. We have plie. We're going to move the front leg across. Hold. Plie. We're going to move the back leg. Hold. Plie. Both feet. And now this is your choice. If you're more of a beginner than improver, I would recommend just a tiny emboîté to change the feet. If you feel like you can challenge yourself today, you could go for a petit développé. Your choice. We go again. Plie, we move the front leg. Plie, we move the back leg. Plie, we move both feet. And swap the legs however you like. Squeeze the feet together. We're going to test our balance now in 5th position. So what we don't want is the feet turned in, and we don't want a gap. So rotate both legs, squeeze the feet, no gaps, squeeze those glutes. And your choice again for the balance. If you want to take one hand off, and then as we swap legs, you take the other hand, go for it. Or just keep both hands firmly on your bar. And as we lower down, we're going to slide that foot across into our 3rd or 5th position. Okay, let's go with the music for releves. Feet in first. Plie, stretch, rise. Slow, demi-point, low. 1, 2, quick. 1, keep the back tall. Tendu small, second. Plie, stretch, rise. Slow, demi-point, low. 2 slow releves. Push over the shoe, stay on the big toe. 2 are quick. Tendu close, front. We move the front leg, hold. We move the back leg, hold. We move both feet, hold. Swap the feet with an emboîté or a petit développé, stay on balance. We move the front foot. We move the back foot. Nearly there, keep pushing over the shoe, both feet. Swap. And get ready for your balance. Arms off as you wish. And let's take a balance with the other foot front. And slide down. Good. You might want to go for a little calf stretch here. If you've worked the calves quite hard. And we're going to do an exercise off point. You'll be glad to hear. So we have tunges. Feet in first position. Arches are lifted, inside thighs squeezing, backs of the legs rotated. We have tunge plie, and we're really using the floor here. Tunge and tunge. Tunge plie, tunge, tunge. Tunge plie front, tunge plie back, tan plie. We swap the feet. One hand plie, in and in. Use the floor. Again, plie, in. One, close front. One, close back. Tan plie and point. Close. We're now going to roll up through the feet. Bend. Heels go up. Stretch. Keep the flat platform flat on the floor. And your choice again for a balance. Maybe just the tips of the fingers. And then lower down to finish. Okay, let's go with our tunges and roll through. Nice strong abs. Right foot. Tunge. Use the floor. In. Again. And in. Close front. Close back. Tan plie. Left leg, same thing. Through the demi point. And in. Tunge plie and in. Shoulders are down. No tension in the neck. Close front. Close back. Tan plie. We roll through. Heels up, down the big toes. Stretch over the foot or feet. Balance of your choice. And plie, stretch. Lovely. Okay, moving on. We're going to do some échappés. These are going to be nice and steady, and there are optional modifications so that you can make it a nice bespoke exercise to your needs. So we have right foot front, and we have plie, échappé, fourth. Now I'll just very quickly go over the technique involved for fourth. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. We don't let the hips come forwards, we keep them lifted. If we're not used to fourth, we go for a small position, because quite often if we're new on pointe, fourth is the hardest position to get the feet pushing over the shoe and the platform flat, so keep it small. One leg is always in front of the other, we're not here, and your weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Then of course in any échappé, the legs are going to escape away from each other at the same speed and at the same distance. Here. And it's the same when we go in second, here. So we're not going 1, 2. Yeah? Great. So we have plie, échappé, fourth, hold. Da, 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 but I have to sing it to myself. And now you have a choice. You can either go for a coupe, close behind, or you can go for a tunge, close behind, your choice. We go échappé, and we change the feet, so the right leg is front again, and now it's your choice, either a coupe close behind, or a tunge close behind. Now the right leg is at the back. Échappé, fourth, plie, so the right leg needs to come forwards again, up and down, and we releve up to fifth. We're going to do an emboîté front, emboîté with the right, emboîté back with the right, and stay. We do everything to the left. Échappé fourth, left leg is front. Optional coupe or optional tunge. Échappé second, left leg comes front. Optional coupe or a tunge. Échappé to the back, in fourth. Coupe or tunge. Releve. Right leg comes front for the emboîté. Left leg comes front. Left leg goes back and stay. And then sliding that front foot down to finish. So your pattern is fourth, change, second, change, change, fourth, change, back, comes front, back comes front, front goes back. Same again, fourth, coupe, second, coupe, fourth, coupe, right leg comes front, left leg comes front, left leg goes back. Off we go, right foot front. Quick introduction. Fourth, hold, nice and strong. Coupe or tangi. Second, heels forward. Coupe or tangi. And squeeze the inside thighs. Coupe. Releve. 1, 2. Left leg is front. Fourth. Coupe or tangi. Close behind. Second, bring that left leg front again. Left leg goes back. 2, fourth. Left leg comes front. Releve. Come forwards, go backwards. Slide that foot down. Lovely, good. Give the legs a wiggle if they need it. We're going to do some glisses. To our tangis before, but they're glisses, so they're coming off the floor. We have 1, 2, 3, so no pliés. 1, 2, 3, and front, back, and front, and it's on plié to swap. 1, 2, 3, keep the hips really still. Use the floor on the third one. Front, back, front, heel forward, and plie. Roll through, rise. Tiny balance and lower. Off we go. So this is a great one to strengthen the metatarsals and get the feet really active, which will help you later in jumps. Off we go, feet in first. Right leg. Use the floor. Again. We pose front, back, front, off the floor. Stay very tall, shoulders down, neck long. Again. Close front, back, front, off the floor. Plie, lift the heels. Stretch over the shoe. Find your core, no leaning backwards here. Stay over the big toes. Tiny test of the balance. And lower down. Good. Give the legs a shake. Okay, we've got some bourrées coming up next. So bourrées, or you might call them kurus. They're these tiny little steps where we shift the weight from one leg to the other, keeping the knees slightly, well, there's like a softening in the knees. I don't want to say bent because they're not here. There's a softening in the knees. So we have, where's it gone? Here we are. And again, modification, so you can change it as you wish. We start with the right leg front, and we coupe. We bourrée. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you can't go that fast, don't worry. If you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, that's fine too. Then we coupe on one, and we have, and you can choose now, either you can do a pas de bourrée, a normal pas de bourrée. Yeah, just one single pas de bourrée, or you could do a picked up pas de bourrée to the ankle. Coupe. And then we go again. Cross behind, squeeze the inside thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you repeat whatever you just did. So either a normal pas de bourrée or a picked up pas de bourrée. Both come to the front. Ooh, my ribbons come out. If you, yeah, well, we'll move on. Then we go again. 4 more bourrées. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coupe. And now if you did a normal pas de bourrée, you might want to try a picked up pas de bourrée for this one. If you did a picked up pas de bourrée for the last one, you might want to do a pas de bourrée up to retire. And we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pas de bourrée of your choice, let's say. Squeeze the feet to fit. And we're now going to take a balance with the legs in fourth. So a small fourth, and we're not here, we're not rocking off point, and we're definitely not on the baby toes. Platform flat on the floor, hips lifted, hips square, nice strong core. One hand off if you can, and then we swap the legs. And this is really important, so we're not just kind of going to come down any old how. Okay, right foot front, off we go with bourrées. Coupe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pas de bourrée. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pas de bourrée. And 1, 2. Keep the hips quite still. Hips up, pas de bourrée. Or go up to the knees if you like. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hips up, pas de bourrée. Open the legs to 4. Nice and strong. Balance of your choice. Swap the feet. Weight in the middle of both feet. And lower down gently. Good. So for our last exercise, we are just going to do some, have a choice. We could either do balances or we could work on some PKs up to fifth. Why don't we do PKs? If you want to balance, I guess you can always do balances by yourself after the end of class. Yeah, so let's talk about the technique involved for a PK. Let me just get some good music. Where is my, where's it gone? There we are. Cinderella. Okay, so we're going to look at a fondue releve up to fifth, or PK up to fifth, so you're transferring the weight across. You will need a nice long bar. If you just have a chair, you might want to go get an extra chair so that you can transfer the weight. And we're on a bent leg, it's a fondue, with a straight working leg. And you're going to try and go further than the toe before you squeeze the legs together. So you really have to bring those hips onto point. What we're not doing is retracting that leg and cheating and crawling up onto point. You've got to trust yourself, use your bar, use the backs of the legs, and get the weight over onto your new supporting leg. So we have fondue, up onto point, and hold. Now this part is difficult because as you release this leg, you're going to lower down on your supporting leg, which requires a really strong supporting leg, so it's working by itself. Make sure there's no rolling here, we're well aligned. We go again, up onto fifth. Da, 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 da. And now we're going to, let's go for a susu front. Susu and front. We go again, but with a petit développé. Bend, extend, step up. Bend, extend, step up. Swap the feet, and one more susu front. And if you've not got space, because sometimes I know people use chairs and then the back of the chair gets in the way, feel free to do a susu either to the back or to the side. And then we're just going to hold that balance. Let's bring the right foot front for our balance, and then lower down with the right foot. Okay, so we have fondue, step up to fifth and hold. Stay pulled up, fondue, step up to fifth and hold. Fondue, squeeze to fifth and hold. And then we go again. Petit développé up to fifth. It will be slower. Petit développé up to fifth. Bring the back leg front and the susu of your choice. Then let's swap feet and we'll take a balance and lower down. Okay, off we go, last exercise. Right foot front. Fondue, step up. Fondue, step up. Fondue, squeeze, hold, push over the shoes. We go with our développé. Step up. Fondue, step up. Back leg comes front. Fondue, susu. Good. hold your balance, optional arms off, release that front foot, plie, good, go for a calf stretch here, bend that back knee, and swap, straight back knee, and bend that knee, good, and relax. Well, if you've made it this far, well done. I hope the feet aren't too sore. And yeah, next week we'll be back to normal time. So it will be, this beginner bar will be on a Monday, and the intermediate / advanced bar will be on a Tuesday. And as always, if you're a My Ballet Coach member and there's anything you're working on in particular, do let me know and I'll try and include it into the class. Thanks for watching. Bye.